Let's have a look at a little bit of sacred geometry. So what we have, we're going to have a look at the golden rectangle. As most of my work, I always try to do something that involves a bit of sacred geometry. So what we have here is a kitchen centre bench worktop, and we'll see wider pictures of it later. But what we're going to do is see how the golden rectangle is formed using a compass and a straight edge. Just ratios, no increments of measurement, centimetres or imperial or whatever else there may be. Egyptian cubits. So what we already have here is formed a rectangle. Well, what we're going to do is see why it's a golden rectangle. So what we'll do is take the short side of the rectangle, and we'll just mark it off and get the length. There you go, if you can see that mark there. We'll project that length across the long side of the rectangle, and then the opposite side of the rectangle. And we'll just join those 2 points together. So what we should end up with here is a square. Let's see what we do. I'm not sure if you can see that line. There you go. Now what we want to do is find the centre point of this square. So we'll just mark the diagonals across to start with, marking the diagonals. Let's have a look here. Somewhere there. Somewhere here. That's the centre of the square. It also marks the halfway. That distance from this point, this point, this point, and this point will be equal, same from the corners. But what we want to do is mark a line through the centre. So what we'll have to do is find that distance, mark that distance. We'll project it to one of the sides of the square. Because we're working on this side of the square, we'll mark it at the base. Let's call this the base of the square. There's a mathematical constant called the golden ratio. It is 1 to 1.618. It was worked out and discovered by a chap named Fibonacci. You might have heard of the Fibonacci spiral, which you can use this geometrical bit of geometry and work out and draw a spiral. Here's a compass I made up for this occasion. Alright, let's take that centre point of the square here and project the compass to the far edge of the square. If we then take an arc through, interesting, let's just mark that out again. It comes to that point there. because I've already worked this out, that's why this is a golden rectangle. But I'm showing you that bit of practical geometry. So what we have ended up with here, this section of the rectangle is 1.618 times. So if we knew that, let's say, this was the measurement here. My pen worked, I will show you. So if we knew the measurements here, so say it's 400 millimetres, we would then multiply that by 1.618. That would give us the full length of a golden rectangle, if we just simply wanted to work it out that way. What's interesting about this is that this section of this larger rectangle is in fact another golden rectangle. That's sort of something interesting. So what we can do again is continue the process of what we've did earlier with this square onto this rectangle. So we can do that all again. We can, let's do, mark that. You see that mark point? We can take that again. My pens are failing, which isn't very helpful. Could be the turpentine I used to clean this bit of metal down with. Let's project that to the other side of the rectangle like we did earlier. Again. And there again, what we have is the golden section. If we can continue this, I'm not going to draw a Fibonacci spiral today because the video is not that long and it's not what the video is about either. But anyway, there's a little bit of something interesting for you.